You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with the Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia. So let's go ahead and jump right back in, guys. Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes. I'm entertain you. Let's jump right in. Oh, I also wanted to announce that last month, October, I got a grand total of 90,500 views for that month. And 7,300 hours watched. Guys, that is absolutely insane. The previous month, I had gotten 77,000, so that is quite an increase. Ooh, good lord. You guys are hungry for that content, so I'm going to keep bringing it to you. We're going again. Here we go. Guys, sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes while I entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm shine, you're up, and let's go. Okay. Right, he's the Australian man. Okay, Aussie man. He's a sniper. Huzzah! Huzzah, the gang's back together! Who's ready to start the tour again? Satisfied that my shoes are empty, I slipped them back on for the sentence. I am. I am too. Oh, I can't wait for tonight. I've got something planned to show everyone. Carlos turns his back to us and looks at the sky. I got something planned tonight too, if you know what I'm saying. All the more reason to get started. Chris takes a few steps forward on one of the paths and waits for us to follow. Come on, everyone! Where's Mary the Changeling? Wow, what a name for a song. We travel deeper into the campus, coming upon a series of tall, fancy buildings. Balconies extend out from sliding glass doorways on each floor, suggesting they aren't designed to be classrooms. Ah, these are some of the dormitory buildings for juniors and seniors. Dobbin Hall and Tafford Hall are actually the newest structures on campus. They were built the year before I started. Heh. Oh, excuse you, stomach. The stomach is growling. Nate looks up at them with an amazed expression. They're gorgeous! My freshman year roommate lives in Dobbin Hall. If you think they're pretty out here, wait until you see the inside. There's a good chance you'll be staying in one of these by the time you're an upperclassman. I look at Chris and cringe slightly. These don't look like they're cheap. God, no! He rubs behind his head while explaining. It's, a big reason why I'm a student mentor. So, you're staying in one of these too? No. As a mentor, I'm required to stay in the same building as my students. We double up as resident assistants during the school year. It's good to know you'll be nearby. Uh-huh. My room fees are waived as long as I have this position. Something to keep in mind when the deans come asking for volunteers. I see. Huh. Makes sense that not everyone has the same funding as I do. At least the school offers ways for students to work around the high cost. And to the right is the biology building. Ah! Over there, behind that garden, is the psychology and communications department. I know one of you is studying communications. Yeah. Scholarship required I declare a major. What's your major, dude? So I chose the easiest one I could think of. It's not like it matters anyway, I'm here for football. There's a brief quiver in his voice. That's... You're an idiot. Oh, what did you just say, El Tigre? College is not a game. Most of us work very hard to get here. Do you have any idea how insulting it is to hear someone shrug it off like that? Whatever, man. You don't know me at all. Hell now, guys. No need to fight. Brian, unfortunately, you're going to have to maintain a good GPA to keep your scholarship, so you still need to pay attention in class. Don't worry. I'll just put in effort to get by. Put in just enough effort to get by. Good enough. Brian folds his arms and frowns. Chris does his best to lighten the mood by moving us to the next location. For some reason, Brian's tone was different. He didn't seem confident in his words. Deep down, I get the feeling he wasn't being genuine here. Almost as if he's trying to maintain some sort of image. Interesting. We weave in between a couple other groups as we cross the other side of the path. Those two play off each other quite well, don't you think? I wish they would stop fighting. Nah, that's what gives our group its dynamic. Not everything is a Broadway play, Nate. Darling, you just have to... Oh! He suddenly stops in his tracks while his jaw drops. Over here is the school theater, where you'll find the performing arts department. It's marvelous! He twirls around in place and strikes a pose. This is my place, everyone. Come on, we have to get inside. I'm not sure... Wait, where are you going? What are you doing? Completely ignoring Chris, Knight runs up to the doorway and pushes his way inside. It's open. Karina shrugs her shoulders and follows him into the building. Just humor him. I suppose it wouldn't hurt. He waves for us to follow. You're gonna need to stand up for yourself better, Chris. The other two follow behind me in silence, clearly trying to avoid interacting with each other. Uh-oh, do we have a rivalry forming? Nate's footsteps echo as he prances around the lobby, checking things out. It's kind of spooky in here. I shiver when I become aware of the portraits of famous actors staring down at me from the walls. I always hated being in this kind of darkness. Nate, please stop running! What was that? I can't hear you! Ah! The shepherd plants his hands firmly on his cheeks when Nate dashes into the theater room. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this! The door swings shut behind him as he rushes after Nate. I think you are right, Karina. We just need to let him do his thing. Let's take a seat in the front, shall we? She holds the door open to the theater room. Thank you. I look back at Brian and notice that he isn't paying attention. Are you coming? Yeah, give me a sec. I was just admiring this guy's body over here. He points at a poster for a movie I don't recognize. There's a buff shirtless rhino bending a long-haired lioness backwards in his arms. Eh? I get closer so I can read what's written in the dark. Rose of the Serengeti, Santa Lucia Film Fest 2016. Huh. Sounds like something Nate would go crazy over. I'd like to meet that rhino if you know what I'm saying. I roll my eyes. Classy, man. With the flick of my tail, I turn and start walking for the door to the theater room. Yeah. I'm gonna guess Brian is actually a lot more complicated than he likes to let on. Oh, bless me. I'm gonna be having my coffee soon. And Brian and I take seats on the opposite side of the aisle from Carlos and Karina. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you guys. You guys know how much I love coffee. I actually got a new kind of coffee. It's Green Mountain. It's the Green Mountain brand, and it's called like vanilla sugar cookie. It tastes and smells incredible. Yeah, look out for that one, guys, if you can. I think it's Green Mountain vanilla sugar cookie. We're going to take seats on the opposite side of the aisle from Carlos and Karina. So, what did we miss? Nate convinced Chris to help him put on an impromptu performance. What? Really? Yeah, Chris is looking for the light switches. What happened to I'm going to be in big trouble for this? Carlos lets out what should sound like an amused chuckle, but comes across as a gruff sigh. Let's just say Nate wasn't going to take no for an answer. Rehearsal. A spotlight slowly brightens up the stage, revealing Nate standing in a proud pose. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to tonight's show. Tonight? My face scrunches up in confusion. What is he babbling on about now? Chris peeks out from behind some curtains and waves at Nate with a nervous expression. Is this good enough? It's perfect, darling. Take a seat. Okay. Nate straightens out his shirt while Chris joins Carlos and Karina on the other side of the aisle. Our performance will be a special one you will remember for eternity. Ta-cha! He strikes another pose. I sink into my seat, feeling embarrassment for the fox by proximity. See? Brian's laughing at you. How can you be so oblivious? The ability to improvise is an important tool in every actor's kit. In honor of this occasion, I would like to invite our mentor to provide us with a theme for the show. But me? That's right, darling. Anything you can think of. He rubs under his chin while he thinks. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you tell us a story about the Joker and the thief? Excellent. I can work with that. I always liked Wolf Mother. Oh, I was thinking more along the lines of Jimi Hendrix. I believe I'll need a volunteer to help me do justice to the material. My heart skips a beat. Brian nudges my shoulder and whispers in my ear, it's free real estate. Yeah, you should totally do it, dude. What? I don't wanna. I feel Nate's eyes glance down at me, so I try to cover my face with my backpack and disappear. Ah, nobody wants to join? Brian's next words come as a huge shock to me. How about Carlos? I'm sure he'd like to. Eh? What gave you that idea? You were telling me about how jealous you were of Nate's acting skills earlier. I never said... He starts his objection, but cuts it off. You did? Most likely so he doesn't hurt Nate's feelings. You are a liar. It may be true, but at least I'm not a pussy. In an instant, Carlos's demeanor changes. I am not a pussy. Prove it. Oh, what is that pose? Oh my god. No. Oh my god, it reminds me of the time South Park Cartman made his own Christian rock band or something, Faith Plus One. He just, the guy stood, like it was Token, like standing in the background or something with his head slightly turned to the side. I think that's what it was. Not wanting to concede defeat, Carlos stands up from his seat and joins Nate on stage. He stands with his arms folded facing us. Just tell me what I have to do, Nate. Follow my lead. He gently pushes Carlos out of the spotlight and turns to address us. Allow me to set the stage. Nate's arms begin to gesture wildly while he narrates. The year is 1958. Two brothers were born in destitution. On the eve of their 10th birthday, their single mother dies, leaving the pair to fend for themselves in the harsh streets of Los Angeles. An argument over a girl causes them to go their separate ways. One becomes a lawless thief, making a living the same way he learned how growing up. The other, in contrast, cleans up his act and eventually becomes a detective for the local precinct. A decade after their split, the brothers meet once more in a fated encounter. Detective Joker, hot on the trail of a notorious jewel thief, has managed to corner the villain in a remote warehouse on the docks. For this performance, I shall take on the role of Joker. Thief, enter stage right. What does that mean? It means come forward. You could have just said that. We have to get the jargon right, okay? He lets out a sigh and does what Nate says. It is I, the thief. Carlos announces his presence in the most deadpan way possible. No, that's not how you do it. I am not an actor. Just let me handle the words, I guess. Next to me, I can hear Brian snicker. He's definitely feeling some sort of schadenfreude from this performance. Aha! There's nowhere left to run, thief! Your crime spree has finally come to an end! Nate makes a gun gesture with his hands and slowly approaches Carlos, who merely stands there. What do you have to say for yourself? He taps his foot on the stage floor. Turn around and face me, criminal scum! Hello, brother. It's been a while. What? The surprise on Nate's face almost comes across as genuine. I'd be pretty fooled if I didn't already know he was an actor. Or should I say, Joker? Dimitri, how could you? What would Mother say? Where do you think I learned this? No, it can't be! He falls to his knees and holds his arms up to the sky. This is wonderful. Everything I know was a lie! I cringe as he sustains the last word dramatically. In one swift movement, Carl mimics the gun gesture Nate had earlier. You should have never let your guard down. He slowly approaches Nate, aiming his fingers at him with purpose. What are you gonna do? Shoot your own brother? No. He lets his hand fall down, foul with emotion, suggesting he's throwing the invisible gun away. Huh. They're really getting into it. What do you think, Brian? It's in that moment that I realize he's no longer sitting next to me. There's something I always wanted to tell you. Brother, He's gonna fucking sneak on stage. Oh my god. Pow pow! Brian steps out of the shadows and smirks. What's a jewel thief? Always a jewel thief. Dimitri, no! Carlos shoots Brian a death glare. Pendejo. Don't break character, Carlos. Nate wags his finger while looking back at Brian as he runs away. Detective Marlowe, you bastard! Huh. Carlos gently slumps to the floor and holds his chest. Dimitri! Nate kneels down next to him and makes a face that comes across like he's trying to cry. I am dead, right? No, not yet. You have to give us your dying words. Damn. The tiger sighs once again and proceeds. Brother, I wanted to tell you. No, save your energy. I'll call an ambulance. Just stay with me, please. You already know I'm not going to make it, so listen to me. No, you can't die. Not like this. I wanted to tell you. I always looked up to you. I took the path I chose, but I never wanted to hurt you. I just lost sight of who I was. Please forgive me, brother. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say... Carlos closes his eyes and allows his head to slump to the side. Oh, wow. Karina lets out an audible gasp. That was surprisingly good. Nate sits there staring down at Carlos. Holy crap. He stands up and straightens out his shirt. And so, with his brother dead, Detective Joker's investigation came to a close. The stolen jewels were returned, and Joker gave his brother a private burial. Not long after, he resigned from the force. Joker dedicated the next few years of his life trying to bring Detective Marlowe to justice for the murder, but... that's a story for another day. The end! Karina, Chris, and I start clapping. Woohoo! That was amazing! Yeah, great job, you two! Carlos picks himself up off the floor and glares down at us. Yeah, good job! Brian sits with his arms folded. Guess your little derailment tactic didn't work, huh? Thank you, you're too kind. He makes a long theatrical bow. Carlos, where did you learn to act like that? That was super good. Yeah, it felt very real. What? Huh? I don't know what came over me, I guess. I just said what felt right. Ugh! Brian gets up from his seat and starts walking back to the lobby. Well, what about me? You did good, Carlos. You did good, Carlos. I had a feeling you were going to surprise us. Aw. Poor Nate. Give the Foxo some attention. He deserves it. He did a good job. We regroup outside the theater, carefully slipping out of the building. Phew! Let's try not to get sidetracked again. Agreed. I'm sorry. I thought that would have been fun. It was, though. That was a great performance. I can't believe how well you did, Carlos. Thank you. Let's head down let's head this way down the path. All right. Nate lags behind the rest of us. Brian notices and slows down his pace. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, you doing okay? You doing okay, Nate? Yeah, everything's fine. See? He grins at Brian, clearly trying to get him to leave him alone. Yeah, that's what I thought. He nods his head in response, then looks forward as we walk. Oh, it's beginner's luck, so don't feel bad. What? You were amazing up there, too. I'm impressed you managed to come up with that story right on the spot. Thanks. I enjoyed the part I played in it, too. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!